Guys, hello everyone. Daily Bitcoin review, and Bitcoin is still stuck in a sideways trend, but the American stock market opens today. So we may see big movements. Now briefly about the most important thing, because Bitcoin is actually stuck in a not very profitable and good position for the continuation of the upward movement. So now we will deal with all the nuances. Let's move on to the charts. First of all, be sure to like it. Let's move on to the Bitcoin chart. Let's see what is happening here with us. So guys, on the hourly chart, we actually discussed it with you yesterday. I remind you, we had a trade here, which acts as resistance. Now we have come to this level, and yesterday at the moment there was even some positivity about the fact that we went up with you, and if we consolidated above this level, it would be a good signal for the accumulation of longs. But we fell back with you. By the way, it would be even more profitable if we consolidated on these highs and formed some kind of trade here, because then it would testify to us that the trend break on the hourly chart has happened with us, and again, it would be a good signal for the longs. But no, we fell back with you, and so far we are under the level, somewhere here at the level of trading, we actually hang out. This is not very good. But an even more negative signal is on a larger time frame. We will definitely discuss this with you now. I have a question for you before that. Look, the ETF was accepted, Bitcoin, instead of pumping, dumped. And I'm interested, how does your mood change? What do you think about the crypto market right now? And what are your expectations for the next month? Will there be some X update after all? Or will we see a deeper correction? Please share in the comments. It will be interesting to read your opinion. Actually, let's move on locally now. I'll tell you what I see. What nuance I see here, guys? Look, let's open a daily chart with you. What do we see on the daily chart? When we stretched the maximum volume of trading of this structure, we did not have this movement. Because of the fact that it happened, our volume shifted. And actually, let's now do this story with you. We are across the entire structure, from here straight, and let's not count the spill, to here. Stretch the maximum trading volume. What do we see? And we see with you that the POC, point of control, has risen higher. And this is such a story because looking at the daily chart, we see that we fell under this level, under point of control, and are trading under it. That is, such setups testify to us that here, a structure for continuation can form, from which we will go down. And then we will have to catch Bitcoin only below, in the range 37,150, 34,472. So guys, keep this in mind. But another important factor is that, of course, the mood in general on the current market, psychology affects, and has a huge value, plus what will happen in the stock market. Because what is also important to consider is that the S&P 500 is almost at its historical high, and has not yet moved. But guys, if it pours, it will pull the Bitcoin along with it. Let me show you two important points today. One for the S&P 500, the second for the dominance, pay attention. Not of Bitcoin, but of USDT, which we have not opened for a long time. Well, now let's look at the S&P. Look, we discussed with you yesterday. I think, yes, I was filming. What? Oh, I even have drawings left. Please. What do we actually see with you? We see a small correctional movement, which begins on the 4-hour chart. It is, of course, more brightly expressed. Yes. We have a volume zone here that holds us. But globally, guys, you should remember that we have an area of interest here on the S&P. So we can go. If the S&P goes, Beetle might follow him. And now look, I'll show you something else. Now I want to show you the dominance of USDT, guys. Moreover, on a large time frame, I will show you. This is attention, not Bitcoin dominance, but USDT, that is, how much money in USDT. Look, we had such a spill, the dominance fell. Due to what? Actually, did the dominance fall? Bitcoin growth, alts were shooting, people prid USDT into assets. And now it, actually, has come to such a certain minimum. Let's look. It came to our weekly 200 moving average, below which, I want to draw your attention, we never dropped. And what does a bounce off this moving average and growth mean for us? It means that, on the contrary, money from assets will flow more into USDT, that is, Bitcoins will be sold, and money from Bitcoin will go into USDT. What will this tell us? That the sell pressure is increasing and the pressure is increasing, which means the correctional movement on the Bitcoin continues. That is, it can fall. So several such factors which need to be paid attention to and kept in mind. Nevertheless, okay. First of all, By the way, agree, disagree. What do you expect from Bitcoin this month? Interesting. Will we still go to update the high? Yes. Perform some kind of overhigh, or will we correct? Write in the comments. Also share. In general, if what I'm telling is useful, guys, comment is always very welcome, always supports me very much, so be sure to throw it on. Now give a couple more moments on Bitcoin, where to collect positions after all. Actually, lower levels, guys, 37,150, 34,472. 2 more moments. Where can you try to accumulate? It is when you come to this low and try to update it. If we come here, on a small time frame you will see a break, such a story with the update of the low, you can try to accumulate long. Yes, only in a situation when we see a break. If there is no break, it means that we can pour more. The second point, guys, if we form some kind of structure here, we see trading, then we have such an interesting thing on the hourly chart. Look, I'm showing you. Here it is. Here, please. And if we see trading somewhere here, then you can just take a position at the breakout of this level here on the breakout and immediately back it up with a stop loss without a loss. That is, this is also an option of where to accumulate a position. For Ether, everything is still the same. We are above the most important level. For us with you, look at the previous reviews. Alts are shooting, so be sure to join the channel with deals. Be sure to go to the trading chat. We trade a lot these days. All my dear ones, globally, everything you need to know for today to get the maximum profit in the market. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell.